she is quick for a 4-cylinder. It's crazy how quick this car moves, how nimble she is, how elegant and how effortless everything almost feels. It almost doesn't feel fair that I'm driving on the road with other cars that cannot even begin to match up with a car like this. Back into Sport Plus. Downshift on the little 4-cylinder that's in front of us. It's wild, heavily, but people seem to be sleeping on the little 4-cylinders. For some reason, I do not know why. And I'm here to give it some justice. Just a little bit. So that people remember that cars like this exist and they are fun to drive. Mercedes-Benz GLA45 AMG. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the vehicle we're going to be driving today with an MSRP of $60,000 with a 2-liter inline 4 that is turbocharged, by the way, pushing around 382 horsepower and 354 pound-feet of torque with an 8-speed automated transmission. And yes, it is all-wheel drive because again, it is a Mercedes-Benz AMG, by the way. You can see by the lettering down here that we finally got our hands on an AMG. So let's do a quick little walk around. Huge shout outs to Queensway Mercedes-Benz AMG for lending me this tiny little rocket that at first I had mixed feelings about this one because it is a 4-cylinder, but you know what, it deserves the badge name AMG. And looking at it, you can't help but not fall in love with this. You would easily fall in love with a car like this. If I gave you these keys to that car, it's over for you. You're never gonna go back to anything normal at that point. But look at this car. Absolutely beautiful, majestic. And yes, it is a tiny little wagon slash hatchback. And you can hear the slight idle from the two tips down here actually. Now yeah, this car means business. But hopping inside real quick, doing a quick little walk around before we go and do a little full sand. Tons of beautiful cloth. You can tell that Mercedes puts a lot of emphasis in the material they use in their cars. And unlike Audi, Mercedes doesn't make Volkswagens on the side as well too. Beautiful Alcantara going all around, perforated leather, and your cup holders down here as well. And you have your air vents and some extra storage with your Type-C charging ports as well. Hopping to the front seat where everything I love and enjoy always is. Look at this beautiful Alcantara steering wheel. Absolutely majestic, beautiful. You cannot help but fall in love with this car. Again, ambient lighting, because Mercedes, even though it is an AMG trying to make it into a little monster, the ambience and the lighting makes it absolutely beautiful, excellent, spectacular. There is nothing that you can really hate on a car like this about. And yes, we have Sport Plus and we have track mode. So if we put it in Sport Plus and our exhaust in Sport and our suspension in Sport as well, we should get a pretty nice exhaust note. So one more. Yep, sounds pretty good. Sounds pretty good actually. And yes, since it is all-wheel drive, I don't have to worry about braking traction at all. But the thing about driving a car like this makes you realize that this is what waits for you at the end of the line if you decide to work hard enough, put in the hours, put in the time, put in the effort. This is like, a car like this could be the one waiting at the very end of the line for you. And yes, she is quick for a 4-cylinder. It's crazy how quick this car moves, how nimble she is, how elegant and how effortless everything almost feels. It almost doesn't feel fair that I'm driving on the road with other cars that cannot even begin to match up with a car like this. It's weird. It's like I don't feel like I'm better than them, but I want them to know that they're in the presence of an AMG. And before you guys get angry at me saying that the proper AMG is only the 8-cylinder, give the 4-cylinder a try. For the price, you will be surprised. You will really be surprised. And the power shifters, just absolutely enjoyable. Red lines all the way to 7,000 RPM, and it gives itself juice. Every time the car shifts, it like launches forward. There's honestly not much bad things I can almost say about this car. It does its job very well, and let's say you don't want to be the sporty type of Mercedes driver. You want to be the elegant, soft-spoken type that lets actions do the talking. You don't want to be loud, you don't want to be obnoxious. Just go back into comfort mode. The car settles down, the suspension becomes soft, you're riding on clouds basically. And at that point, you can engage your cruise control. So we're going to turn our cruise control on, get our radar detection ready, and we're going to put it to set at 49 kilometers an hour. Actually, let's go up to 51, just to keep pace with traffic. You can see that the noisy little monster that we had just back there has settled down and has become a little bit more mature in the way it has been acting. It's become a little bit more relaxed. It's no longer the exhaust little monster that's like biting at the ankles of everything that might seem a little bit faster, because I'm sure, as I am looking around right now, I am the fastest thing on the road as we currently speak. And yes, we also do have an auto stop and go. Let's talk about our infotainment system as well while we're at it. FM radio, very, very quick. And yes, we also have our performance pages as well to show you everything that is going on with our engine. And we're gonna leave it at that. But before that, we're gonna look at how good the speaker system sounds, because I am pretty positive that this thing sounds excellent.
Yellow. Imagine that yellow, Maya.
It's time to get painting with Rona Week at Rona and Rona Plus.
Yep, sounds really good. And yes, a car like this can be relaxed, can be easygoing. And if we go all the way into our performance pages, you can see just how much power we're using and putting down. So we're using like 9 horsepower, barely any pound-feet of torque, and we're just cruising and flying. Absolutely nothing can bother me, except the Honda Fit. He thinks he can overtake me, so we're gonna go back into Sport Plus. Downshift on the little 4-cylinder that's in front of us. It's wild. It's wild how angry a car like this can be. For a 4-cylinder, it's crazy. Absolutely mental how Mercedes has engineered a 4-cylinder to be this angry. BMW is known for their inline 6s. Mercedes is known for their big V8s that sound absolutely heavenly. But people seem to be sleeping on the little 4-cylinders. For some reason, I do not know why. And I'm here to give it some justice. Just a little bit. So that people remember that cars like this exist and they are fun to drive. Absolutely enjoyable to drive. But anyway guys, this has been Morty in the 2023 Mercedes-Benz AMG 45 GLA class, by the way. And we're signing off for today. Take care guys, and enjoy life. Get yourself an AMG and be pleasantly surprised the same way I have. Take care guys, and peace.